I liked
Fantastic.
how you mentioned, because we had a little breaking news, I guess, on a show we have later in the year this week, and I liked how you mentioned just getting people to kind of calm themselves down, because that's not always the case. Because later in the year, it was announced that at the Preserve Halloween Fest this November over in Irving, Texas, right outside of Dallas, Sting will be joining us. Sting will be with us. And there was a show or another convention I worked, not for Humbl. That doesn't happen anymore anyway, but Sting was a guest at that show. And somehow throughout the course of the day, because Sting's line is just like, it's there all day. You know what I mean? Like, because people they come for Sting. You know what I mean? Like, he's that awesome. He's that much of an icon. He's that much of a legend. That's why you got to meet him whenever you can.
The icon.
He is the icon. 3 people fainted after meeting Sting that day.
Oh, Lord.
3 people. Like,
that's crazy.
I'm telling you right now, he does have this kind of like I said before, previously, my embarrassing story about Sting. He does have this like aura that like comes off of him that I can't really describe. It's not quite like anyone else I've ever come into contact with before. But yeah, so y'all, when you come out to meet Sting, just make sure you take a breath. Like Avery said, just be yourself. Just realize like
don't lock the knees.
This is the moment. Yeah. Don't lock your knees. That's really important. Keep the blood flow moving, or else you might faint after meeting Sting, and then clean up on aisle 3 at that point.
You know, a lot of folks, I saw, I guess it was at Louisiana Comic Con, somebody was telling us that someone brought like a Police album.
Oh, no, yeah. Do you know the whole
solo
story?
Album.
Do you know the story?
No, I don't.
Okay. So
do you know the story?
I know the story. I heard this after the fact. Who was it? I think it was our Courtney, one of our volunteers. I believe she was handling for, and we've talked about him before, Jason Marsden. Who is such a just like genuinely nice man, and this story illustrates that perfectly. Because Sting was there in the corner, Jason Marsden's a little further down. He was actually sitting next to Bill Farmer, who is Goofy. He might be Goofy, but he's the voice of Goofy. Anyway, this lady comes up, and she's like, Avery's already laughing because I think he knows where this is going.
No,
He's like, "Oh, you having a good time? Like, what have you been doing here at Comic-Con?" She's like, "Well, I got some autographs." He goes, "Oh, cool. Who'd you get an autograph from?" And she goes, "I got an autograph from Sting." And he goes, "Oh, wow. What did he sign for you?" And y'all, she reaches in her bag and she pulls out an album. She pulls out a record, a vinyl in the sleeve. Y'all, she pulled out an album, and Mars, being the very, very genuinely nice man that he is, decides, well, I got to be honest with this lady. And he goes, "Oh, you know that's not the same person, right?" And she goes, "What?" And he's like, yeah, that guy's a wrestler. You're talking about the singer, totally different guy." And she goes, "Well, I was wondering why he had on all that makeup."
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Look,
bless her bones.
I mean, yeah, like totally like very innocent, whatever kind of thing. And he goes, and she felt like bad. She was beating herself up, and Mars was like, no, don't do that. And he's like, because now you have this really funny story, and now you have this very unique item that, not many other people got. What's that?
It's probably worth a lot more.
Yeah,
now.
It might be worth more. I mean, look, it has an autograph on it, right? And it's a legit autograph from an actual, celebrity. From Ace. It's signed by A Sting. Hey, I got this signed. Oh, you got that signed by Sting? Well, I got it signed by A Sting. I don't know. I don't know if it's the same Sting you're thinking of.
So I got stung. Ha ha.
Oh.